Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to read the code from your YAML file to your Ruby code. Okay, we have here an empty file. Today we're gonna talk about the comment, string, integer, float, and boolean object, and a list or array using YAML file. And all the code that we're going to write here, we're going to be able to read using Ruby programming language. And then let's start using comment. Everything that you are seeing here is a comment. This is the way you comment in YAML file. So let's use a string. Let's type, I'm going to create a simple string. I'm going to say name. My name is Vicente Xavier. Okay, and then here we're going to say recur YAML file, recur YAML, and we have to say file YAML. We have to load this file. We have to load this file in this code in order to be able to access the code. Let's load file. Let's write the name of the file. For you don't miss it, better it's advisable you copy the name and pass here. YAML file, and let's print this. Let's print. Now we're going to print the name. We're going to print the name. Send down put file. Put file name. Put file name. Let's write this file. Ruby YAML file tutorial. Let's wait. Here is. We could print. That is the failure that we have here. Let's suppose if we want to print the key and the failure. Let's suppose if you want to print the key and the failure, we have to say put. We have to say put file each what? Each key. Each key and the failure. Put what? We have to put the key and the failure. Let's interpolate it. Let's interpolate it. We have to type a key, and then we have to interpolate the failure. We are able to run our code. Here is name and failure. If we want to make it more visible, let's say here is the key and the name and the failure, I mean. So we just write this. We just talk about the comment. We just talk about string, and string can be also null. We can say a null string, no string, we can pass as a no. This is the way you use a no string in YAML file. And then let's write. Okay, here is. It came in no. If you see, our terminal doesn't, Ruby doesn't print his value, but he print the key, not the value. Other way to represent a no is using this sign. Then let's write it again. Here is. Now let's talk about the integers. Integers. Okay, number. You can say number 1. 12. Let's use a 12, and then let's print it. Here is 12. This is the way you write an integer value. Let's use now a float. A float, we have to use dot and the number that you want to use. Sometimes you use this kind of number when you are representing a version of a file of a program that you are using in your project. YAML is a language for configuration. Normally we use it to write a code from our Docker or something like that you're going to use in your daily routine. And if you are searching and if you are watching this video, that means that you just know how is YAML useful, and it's very easy to learn. Okay, this is number. We just talk about the float, and it missing a boolean. Okay, boolean we can use boolean. Let's suppose okay, false. This is false. This is false. This is false. In YAML file, we can use two ways to declare a boolean value. We can use a false. Oh, let's type here. We can use a false, or we can use a off. Both are false. Let's run to see what we're going to get in our terminal. Here is false, but the first we didn't get the value. Why we didn't it? What's the problem? Is it the problem belongs to Ruby? Yeah, because we have an empty here. False, false. We just copy this. Okay guys, in Ruby we have some problem here to represent this kind of a failure, and let's try to type with a small letter. Okay, that's the same, that we have a problem. Okay, we're going to use only this way, but in Python we also can declare in this way. It works, but now this is Ruby. If that way that doesn't work, you can use a different way. That's why you have two options to use. Okay, now we're going to use a true value. True. We can type true. This is on. Let's run this. Okay, the same happened with this. What conclusion we have? The conclusion that we got is that when we are trying to write boolean failures, we have to use on or off, because this is more secure in our code. Okay, I delete that again. This off. Let's execute again. Oh my gosh, Holy Mary. On off. What is happening here? Is the problem here? Okay. For each let's say for each key and name, put the key and failure. We have everything here. Let's try to execute. Okay, this is a false. This is on. Let's try. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, I used the same failures, that's why the failure was subscribing. Let's try let's change it for 1 and this for 2, and let's run again. Clear. Here we have, that was the error. And let's write again. This is true. This is on. Clear. Here is true, true. I was committing a mistake. False and off. Here we have false, false. And then we just spoke about boolean, and we have to speak about object. Okay, how do we write the object in the Yaml file? Let's suppose after write an object, we have to know how to make our indentation in our code. Okay, when you have an object here, you have to go below the object, delete. You have to delete all space that you have, and type 2 and type tab twice. 1, 2. Give only 2 space. Okay, 1, 2. And then you can write the next object. This is the next object. Okay, and you can type the other object. What is this kind? What is the value of this object? The value of this object is a string. Okay, the last object is also a string. Let's write this. Let's clear. Here is. We have the object, and we have the next object inside the object, and we have the other object. Let's suppose if you have a fruit of objects, Let's suppose if we have a fruit, fruit 1 2, fruit 1 2, fruit banana, and we want to represent his color. We're going to say that banana is yellow. Next fruit's going to be apple. An apple has two colors. We have the color 1 2. We have the color 1. We can choose the color in our preference. In my case, I'm going to say green. The color 2, I can say that the color 2 is red. And let's execute this. Okay, here we have banana, yellow, apple, and the colors, color 1 and color 2. We have the fruits object, and we have the banana, and we have his valor, that is yellow. We have apple, and we have the color that has, we have the apple that has two objects, and this object has the own color, green and red. Okay, let's talk about now list or array. An array, let's comment this because I think that we're going to need, so we don't lose our time. Let's comment this. Okay, we have now a list. We have a list of the fruits. We have a list of the fruit. List of the fruit. List of fruits. I'm so sorry if I'm right and if I write very well, very bad. I mean, 1 2. The most important is the knowledge that you're going to get. I'm so sorry for everyone. Okay, we will have to type, and then we have to put this symbol, and then you have to put the failure. Let's say 12 Vicente Simão. Let's say that the next value is a true and the other is a false, and the next value going to be a float. And let's print this. Here is, we have a list with a different value. We have an integer, we have a string, we have a boolean values, we have a float values. We have a float values. Okay, that's it. That's very easy, guys. That's very easy. And then I'm going to show you how to access this hash. Let's go into interpretate a little bit. If you see, for you get the access of this element, of this object, you have to write like this. You have to write puts file puts file. Okay, if you see when you print, let's print first for you test what we are getting in our terminal. Clear. Okay, if you see here, we have the object and we have some failures. First of all, we're going to pick the object and we're going to go inside the value of this object, that is an object. First, we're going to pick only the fruit. When we pick the fruit, it's going to display only this hash. Okay, let's try this. Put file. Let's put file fruit. Let's try what we going to get. Okay, if you see, let's comment this line of code for you repair correctly. Okay, if you see, we only got the complete hash. Let's suppose if we want to get only the value banana, that we're going to get the yellow as output. Let's say, let's add a next quarter, and we're going to write banana. Let's try to execute what we're going to get. We expect get the yellow as output. Let's clear, and here is yellow as output. Okay, let's delete this. Let's suppose we want to pick the apple and the color too with the value red. First, we just have this name, apple. Let's copy this. Let's go here and assign it as a value. Let's execute. Okay, we have a new hash and we want to get only the color 2. We have to copy this and do that. Clear. We expect get the red as output value. Let's execute this. Red. This is red. Guys, thank you for watching this video and see you to the next time. Bye bye.